If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. 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 Follow the leader.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
The VOR, the gateway is open. The crossroads are open. Let me just say, happy Halloween. Yes, it's Halloween. Let me just say this really quickly before I get into tonight's topic, because a lot of people out there in relationships are tricks or treats. It's either or, trick or treats. Halloween has always been one of my favorite holidays. And I'm going to tell you why it was always my favorite holiday. And that's because free candy from all over the city. Now, I'm from back in the day where the costumes were raggedy, especially if you didn't have no bread. You know, I had creative aunties. She get sheets and pillowcases, and next thing you know, I'm a pirate. You in the dig? She in her makeup kit, painting on mustaches and whatnot. So Halloween was always, my favorite holiday, because I'm going to get, can you imagine coming home with a pillowcase with about 6-7 pounds of free candy in the name of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce? It was absolutely the greatest holiday of all times. So I'm very happy. And then we had those kind of parents, well, let me check your candy. But you're not really checking for razor blades and apples. I started to figure it out. You're checking for your favorite candy. I noticed all the Snickers and the Baby Ruths, the Reese's Pieces cups, like the premium pieces be gone. And we got them little, left was them little black, you remember those little black and orange candies that were in that wax paper that had the peanut butter in the center? We was left with those. I'm sorry, I digress. Happy Halloween. Peep game. I got a fire topic for y'all tonight. Woo, I got a fire topic for y'all tonight. What's not a flex in relationships, right? What's not a relationship flex? I hear people saying this all the time. You know, it's not a flex, you know, to breadcrumb your woman, right? It's not a flex to not ask your man for money. Can we ascertain tonight what a relationship flex is? You already know I got questions, and I want to hear from my national audience what your thoughts are. Is flexing a sign of insecurity? I want you to join the conversation, right? On power dynamics, trust, and healthy relationships tonight. You already know what it is. The VOR is live in the heart of Lamert Park. Flexing. Is it control and emotional abuse? What's the connection? We want to know what's not a flex in relationships. Somebody call me tonight, 1-800-920-1580. Is she doing you a favor but not asking you for money? Is that a flex on her part? I don't need your money, brother. Is she flexing on you? I never asked you for nothing, brother. Is that a flex? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. True or false? It is not a flex to be in a one-sided relationship. Do you agree or disagree? Where you're giving everything and the other part is not giving nothing. What is the biggest flex of your current relationship? True or false? Being mutually generous is definitely a relationship flex. Agree or disagree? Is it not a flex to be in an abusive relationship? To me, it's definitely not a flex to be in an abusive relationship. What do you think? 1-800-920-1580. Agree or disagree? True or false? It's not a relationship flex to expect your partner to do their shadow work while yours remains undone. Agree or disagree? It's not a relationship flex to have exceedingly rigid, unrealistic expectations of your significant other. Is mutual respect the biggest relationship flex of them all? These youngsters got these new... It's not a flex to be in a relationship with a man that ain't got a job or a man that doesn't have a car. Do you know these concepts are born out of the lists that were created last week? It's not a flex to be taken to the Cheesecake Factory. Not knowing damn near all these restaurants owned by the same big giant corporation. High end, mid range, low end, all of them damn near owned by the same corporations. True or false? It's not a flex to be perpetually unforgiving to those that have hurt you. Do you agree or disagree with that notion? Agree or disagree? It's a major flex to understand that you teach people how to treat you. Is that a major flex to say, no, you don't get to treat me like this? Are y'all ready for tonight? Everybody hit that. Hit it. Get to your phone lines. I want to talk to y'all because I want to understand your thought processes around intimate relationships, around cultivating high-level, respectful communication. I want to understand your thought processes around healing, around making safe space for your partner to be their authentic self. Is it a flex to be able to do that? When I come forward, the voice of reason, gonna get this party started on a Halloween.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the
The reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
If you are a private individual or a small business owner who has had problems obtaining a business loan, credit card, or just even acquiring an apartment, please call Alliance Hillview LP for a free consultation at area code 510-459-6001. That's area code 510-459-6001. Remember, don't let your past determine your future.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
For all of us, this generation and the next, there is simply no place in our lives for litter. And yet, it's everywhere we look. And unfortunately, it does belong to all of us. So, let's come together and create a litter-free, clean California, once and for all. Remember to properly dispose of your trash and recycling. Secure truckloads with tarps to keep debris from flying out. Clean out your car when you're at a gas station. Take pride in your community by organizing a cleanup event. Or join a cleanup event near you. Zero litter is the goal. Join us at cleanca.com. That's cleanca.com. Let's do it together. Brought to you by Caltrans. cleanca.com.
The Green Foundation, key health influencer, empowering our Black communities through action. The Green Foundation advocates for affordable health care, accessibility, and knows the importance of culturally relatable health care. Regardless of income, we believe it is a right for optimum health. The Green Foundation has been at the forefront for 25 years, dedicated solely to promoting prevention through early detection, annual screenings, and nutrition. We know you because we are you. Our hand-holding approach supports you and your family to receive your right to be treated fairly and receiving quality healthcare services. We want you and your family to know COVID-19 was devastating to our families and to our wallet. We can build back better by understanding prevention, wearing your mask, washing your hands, social distancing, and understanding the impact of long COVID. Get the care you deserve. Take advantage of your privileges. Contact us, info@thegreenfoundation.net. info@thegreenfoundation.net.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My playlist. Hey, you cannot tell me that Rock With You is not the quintessential Los Angeles record. PCH? Speeding? Oh, ho, ho. That was Michael Jackson, Rock With You. You already know my playlist is my co-host. We on fire tonight. We got a great topic tonight. What's not a relationship flex? Now, flex is, a new term. You might be able to find it on, Urban Dictionary or something like that, right? Flexing is like an ego thing, you know what I'm saying? When you flex on somebody, right? And then it has transitioned to relationship flex, right? So it's not a relationship flex to be in an abusive relationship. It's not in a relationship. It's not a relationship flex to be in a relationship where you know there's poor communication or there's disrespect or there's not good space being created for each other to be their authentic self. So the youngsters have created, that's not a flex if you do this or that. So let's get into it. The biggest flex of a current relationship can vary depending on individual preferences and values. However, one aspect that stands out as a significant relationship flex is mutual respect. Mutual respect forms the foundation of a healthy and thriving relationship. It involves acknowledging and valuing each other's opinions, boundaries, and autonomy. When both partners consistently demonstrate respect towards one another, it fosters trust, it opens up communication, as well as a sense of equality within the relationship. That's a true flex. True or false? It is definitely a relationship flex if you can name 3 things that you absolutely love, cherish, and appreciate about your partner after a knockdown, drag out argument. Is that true? Andy, you in a knockdown, drag out argument, Andy, with your significant. Is Andy even listening to me? Andy, I'm asking you, he don't have his headphones on. Put your headphones on, Andy. I want you to answer this question for me. Right? This is the question. You tell me if this is true or false. True or false is definitely a relationship flex if you can name 3 things that you absolutely love, cherish, and appreciate about your partner after a knockdown, drag out argument. True or false?
Repeat that one more time.
After you've had a knockdown, drag out, no holds barred argument.
Yeah.
If you can still name 3 things you absolutely love, cherish, and appreciate your partner about, is that a flex?
I guess, yeah, it is a flex.
Yeah. To be able to say, after all of that,
yeah, I still love you.
I love this about you.
Yeah.
I love that about you.
Yeah.
I appreciate this about you. That's a relationship flex, in my opinion.
100%.
True. The ability to find positive qualities in your partner, even during challenging times, reflects emotional maturity and a commitment to the relationship. It shows that both partners are willing to look beyond the immediate conflict and focus on the bigger picture of their love and appreciation for each other. Do you think most relationships have that capability today? I don't think so. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone line. Zoe Williams wants to talk to you. I want to understand your relationship flex, right? Somebody said very few in the chat. Let's get our callers in here. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. True or false? Playing the perpetual victim is not a relationship flex. Oof. True. Playing the perpetual victim in a relationship is not a healthy or productive behavior. It often involves avoiding personal accountability, blaming others, and refusing to take ownership of one's actions. This behavior can create a toxic dynamic within the relationship, hindering growth and preventing effective conflict resolution. You just, listen, we're 2 human beings, man. We're 2 human beings. And if we're 2 human beings, that means we're 2 flawed people. We got work to do. So in one moment, you might be the victim, but in the next moment, you might be the villain. And when it's time for you to be the villain, it's also time for you to be accountable. And when it's time, when you're constantly playing the victim role, it's also time for you to be accountable for that too. This is heavy stuff. I love it. Agree or disagree? Moralizing, stonewalling, omitting, withholding, while playing holier than thou within a struggling, toxic, or broken relationship is definitely not a relationship flex. I'm asking real questions tonight. Huh? People want to know why their relationships ain't working. Let me ask it again. Let me ask it again. Agree or disagree? Moralizing, stonewalling, omitting, withholding while playing holier than thou within a toxic, struggling relationship is definitely not a flex. Agree. Engaging in moralizing, stonewalling, omitting information, or withholding emotional support can further damage an already struggling relationships. These behaviors create barriers to effective communication, trust, and intimacy. Instead of fostering an environment of openness, vulnerability, and empathy, it is absolutely crucial that none of these things should be done. This is not a flex. But how many relationships have you seen coexist in this toxic state? It's their norm. And because it's their norm, they tend to want to keep it the same. Isn't that interesting? Because toxicity might be your norm, you don't mind staying the same because that's what you know. 1-800-920-1580. Call me, call me, call me. True or false? Pettiness, tit for tat, and one-upsmanship are not relationship flexes. I would absolutely say true. That is not a flex. Engaging in petty behaviors, seeking revenge, or constantly trying to one-up each other in victimhood does not contribute to a healthy and fulfilling relationship. These actions create a toxic and competitive atmosphere, hindering trust, intimacy, and emotional connection. So when I hear from you guys, I want to know, and I really want to know this. LA, get in here. 1-800-920-1580. I want to know. In your relationship, using today's lingo, what's a relationship flex to you? I read one of my own. The question that I asked Andy. I read one of my own. If me and my person, like I'm struggling to even get it out. Like if me and my person or the person I'm dealing with, right? If we have a knockdown, drag out argument, if I'm not too angry or if I'm not too upset about it, I try to say, okay, let's name 3 things that we love about each other or that we cherish in each other, because it's a rework of what Big Mama and them used to say when Big Mama would say, "Don't go to bed angry." So what I'm starting to cultivate and develop is don't leave the argument angry, right? Damn going to bed. Let's not leave this argument angry. Let's put a button on the argument, right? That, actually gives us something to look forward to, that reminds us like, oh, we still care about each other. We still love each other. I think sometimes people get so caught up in what's said or caught up in how things have been conveyed that, listen, sometimes words can't be taken back. I was told that. Like, sometimes you could say something and you can't take it back. But for me, I believe you can if you got real love. If you make space for your partner to express themselves honestly and truthfully. They might be honest in that moment, but after that moment is done, after they've laid it out, after they've said what they needed to say, they might not agree with what they wrote. And it's okay. Maybe we should allow each other to say how we feel in the moment without judgment. I want to hear from everybody, right? What exactly is a relationship flex? That's what I want to know. Sean, Oakland, California, get in here. Where my brother?
I think it's yeah.
There you go, Sean.
I think it's a profound. Oh, I'm here. Yeah. What a profound question, Brother Zoe. So my thing is, it's life is very difficult. We're all going to have our issues. We're all going to have our wounds and our problems and everything. But if you don't bring it positive inside the house, inside the clubhouse, is baseball player. My mind is always a baseball player, and the game is on now, but it's kind of out of hand. But you bring it into the house as positive, and everyone is going to have issues. Everyone's going to have problems in their relationships. Everyone is, even if you're not married, if you're just dating, you're just having relationships, even if you're not married or having a boyfriend or girlfriend, doesn't matter. You're going to have issues. But you know how you bring it? You bring it positive. And what I mean by that is not being Pollyanna positive, like, oh, everything's great and the sun is out and everything's perfectly fine. But what you do is you take the lead. You take the lead in the conversation. You take the lead in your appearance as you come through. I'm coming through, and I'm trying to uplift everyone in the room, everyone outside, everyone around me, because you know what? We all have stuff to deal with, and it's better that you bring the positive. And that will help you in your relationship, even when you want to talk about the negative, even when you had a very bad day. I'm halfway to 112. I've had a few bad days, and you know what you do, though, is you uplift everyone around you, then the team is better. And when the team is better, then you move forward on a positive realm for the next day, because, it isn't day by day. This is a process agenda. This happens throughout your entire life, and I hope everyone lives a long and happy life.
You know what? That sounds like a relationship flex.
Boom.
Hey, that's what I'm talking. That sounds like a flex right there. We on the
I'm
same
flexing.
team. I love that. Hey,
absolutely.
Sean, guess what you just did, brother?
Absolutely. I brought the entire country in this house.
You brought Oakland, California in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580 when I come forward. I'm going to Asheboro, North Carolina. We got callers calling in. We already know what it is. National talk. Let's get it.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says in all his years as a New Yorker, he's never seen the level of outward hate displayed in the city since war broke out between Israel and Hamas. It comes as the NYPD sees an uptick in anti-Semitic crimes, with at least 33 reported in the first 3 weeks of October. Adams, who is black, says New Yorkers have an awesome responsibility to lift up the city during this extremely challenging time. An Alabama man is facing charges for allegedly threatening Fulton County's district attorney and sheriff. Investigators say the suspect left expletive-filled threats on the county's customer service line directed toward Sheriff Pat Labatt and Black DA Fonnie Willis just before former President Donald Trump was indicted in Fulton County. Trump and a handful of others are accused of meddling in Georgia's 2020 election. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Looking for a late night spot to get the crew together? 3 words: Buffalo Wild Wings. They've got drinks and apps starting at $4 from 10 p.m. till close. B-Dubs, where late night food and drinks start at $4. Cheers to that. Limited time at participating locations. Offers, days, and times may vary. Drink responsibly. Void or prohibited. Tax and fees extra.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Following the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Happy birthday, Metro K-Line. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, it's time you made today a K-Line day. The K-Line can connect you with fun, food, friends, and family from Crenshaw to Inglewood in one safe, clean, comfortable ride. Take the K-Line today and experience the diversity that makes LA such a great place to live, work, and play. Make it a K-Line day. Go Metro. Visit metro.net/K-Line.
Attention small landlords who own 12 or fewer residential rental units. The City of LA Emergency Renters Assistance Program is back to help small landlords and is now accepting applications. Apply for up to 6 months of rental arrears for low-income residential tenants behind on rent. Applications will be accepted until October 31st, 2023 at 6 p.m. Go online 24/7 at housing.lacity.org or call 888-379-3150 to see if you qualify and apply today. City of LA Small Landlords. This program is for you.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions because we've got your black. Listen up. If you're one of the more than 100,000 California tenants who were rejected or delayed when applying for COVID rental assistance, you've got a second chance. Under the terms of a new settlement, California's Housing and Community Development Department agreed to audit its past denials. The program ended in March 2022, but the advocacy groups, Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment, Policy Link, and Strategic Actions for a Just Economy sued the department. According to the coalition's analysis of state data, the department rejected nearly 30% of all applicants. Under the settlement, the department agreed to clear all renters in the pipeline within 6 months. The settlement applies to anyone who sought assistance from the state's Housing is Key program before April 1st, 2022, whose applications is pending or was denied after June 6, 2022. Tenants who have questions about the status of their application can call the hotline at 833-430-2122. That's 833-430-2122. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold. I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Look in it, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was hogging up the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy. Plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. Oh, so I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, yeah, yeah. So just lay back your mind. Something new. Everybody tuning in to soul. Cause he has a reason, yeah.
Hey, listen, on a Friday at 7 p.m., I'm listening to the best of the Voice of Reason, and I hear that drop come on in the car. Boy, I'm going about 95. Woo, it feels so good. The VOR is live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is, the coldest relationship topics in the game. And tonight, what's not a relationship flex? Y'all got a lot of stuff out there that you think is a relationship flex that's goofy. Oh, he got me a Louis bag or a Prada dress, shoes. And that's cool. No, I'm not. Listen, somebody said a BBL is not a flex. Like, oops, I don't know. Maybe it is. And I'm not saying you can't, buy your woman some red bottoms and, certain things that's fine. But the relationship can't be made up of that. Somebody said Botox is not a flex. Nah, but I think unhealed wounds, not a flex. And many of us kind of survive that situation. We got callers on the line. Let me get my callers in here. People got a lot to talk about tonight, and I want to get their perspective. We got John from Asheboro, North Carolina. Get in here.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, brother. How you doing on this Halloween night?
Fantastic. I think one of the biggest problems we have in relationship now is majoring in the minors. Meaning everybody's looking at the external portion of relationship. They're looking at how it's all assembled. Do you have the house? Do you have the cars? Do you have the 2.5 kids and the picket fence? And can you Snapchat it or can you Instagram it and everybody else is impressed with it? Mm-hmm. But in the lingo of today, everybody has seemed to have forgotten how to understand the assignment.
Say more about it. How to understand the assignment. What is the assignment exactly?
If you go back 2-3 generations to grandmama, like you always say, Big Mama and Big Daddy, they understood the assignment was to unify their offspring, was to bring everybody into a family. Mm-hmm. Relationships are purposeless now because nobody is using the relationship as the foundation of a family. So now you're in a relationship and y'all got 2.5 kids, 1.25 of them came from another relationship, and we having a problem blending that because the goal of the relationship is not to unify and to bring this thing into a healthy situation.
Wait, I gotta stop you now because you listen, you done opened up a can of whoop ass and I got to help now. Oh my goodness. Are you saying Big Mama and them were better problem solvers, relationship therapists? They were natural therapists. Are you saying they were better at that? Because it seems like now we got people that don't want to deal with nothing that is tumultuous, right? Nothing that is difficult. The old days, they would be like, listen, and I'm not saying they were right in all of their tactics, but you brought out a point. It was family over everything. It was the unit over everything. Are you saying they were better at doing that than the new generation? Go in.
I'll put it to you like this. Grandpa brought home a baby that he made in the street. And Grandma fed that baby.
Ooh. Grandmama said, get that baby a plate.
Get that baby a plate. Go over there and sit with the kids. We're going to figure out what we're going to tell them that this kid is. Now, that's going to be their cousin or that's going to be their auntie or what they're going to be. But that baby ain't going back out in the street and not take advantage and not be advantaged of all of the things that Big Daddy is.
But
Big Daddy was.
But you got to remember, Big Mama took that on the spirit. So she may have done the right thing by way of the child, but she may not have done the right thing by way of her own spirit, because that's betrayal trauma. We talked about that yesterday. So Big Mama swallowed that. So let's not Big Mama did do the right thing. However, Big Mama hurt herself in doing that. Go ahead.
But the selflessness of that, the selflessness of her taking that on the chin didn't deprive that child. So that baby ain't going to understand if he across town starving and his daddy over here across town with a bounty that he's feeding these other kids that came from his loins.
Right. But you got to also remember, too, sometimes Big Mama didn't like that kid. She may have fed that kid, but sometimes she'd be like, oh, God, yeah. There go Rutherford's other baby. Damn.
Rutherford's other baby, right? You know, Cecil's other kid.
Cecil's other little kid. Damn. So sometimes, you know, Big Mama didn't like that kid.
I'm using that as just like a signpost along the way. The selflessness of Big Mama in general is what allowed her to do that. Now, every Big Mama didn't have to do that, because there may not have been no other kids on the side of it. But she was selfless enough to not put her trip to Cancun above remodeling the bathroom.
Right. Some Big Mamas would have came out on the porch and shot the gun in the air when he was walking up with the kid.
Well, he might have got some lie or something thrown on him. You know, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on back then.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that those people were whole, and they had. You said it just a second ago. The spirit led in Big Mama.
Interesting.
Even if she had to damage herself to do it.
Okay.
And there's no selfless people out here.
Some Big Mamas wasn't having it, but I hear you. I got you. Some Big Mamas wasn't having it. That's, to me, in modern day lingo, the youngsters are saying that's not a flex.
Right.
Damaging your spirit to take care of an outside of the family child because Pawpaw was sexually undisciplined. That's what they saying. That actually broke her spirit, and they saying we not here for that. What are your thoughts on that?
Right. Well, the other side of that coin is Pawpaw didn't hide that kid. He owned it. He stood up in his manhood and said, yeah, I went out there and I did something wrong, and I got this baby, and I got to take care of it.
Wow. Some Pawpaws.
So, you know,
some
of them, not all of them. You know,
some Pawpaws be like, I don't know who that kid is. I don't, what?
No, that ain't one.
Who baby is that?
But, you know, the infidelity and that type of stuff, it gets brought in just purely anecdotally to show that those people have more spirit about them, even in their lowest moment. We out here now not dealing with no real trauma, no real issues. We worried about how we gonna get baby girl that G-Wagon. You ain't really got no problems. They had real problems. They was worried about putting food on the table.
A lot of people would disagree with you, John. A lot of people would disagree with you. They got different problems. They ain't got the same kind of problems, but they got problems now.
I stand corrected. We have different problems now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the wholeness of those people should shine to us as a beacon on how we should try to model our relationships. I've been married 15 years now, and my wife came into our relationship with 2 kids that were not mine. Right? No problem. We don't have any children. I raised those girls as they were mine. Their fathers look at me as their additional father. Because I stood up in my manhood and said, okay, if this is not going to be a thing for us to go down that road together, these kids still exist. So I still have to make a way for them if I'm going to be a part of a relationship with you, because the commitment to you is a commitment to them.
Yeah, but you know what I think is happening here just a little bit. You my homie, and I got love for you, John. But I think you're romanticizing the older generation just a little bit, and I believe the older generation were just as flawed as the current generation. I just think they had different flaws, and they lived in a different time, and they had a different way of dealing with things. A lot of youngsters are opting out altogether because they don't want to experience what Big Mama and Pawpaw had to go through.
Yes, that is true. I do look at the older generation with a little bit of rose-colored glasses.
I can hear it.
we gotta ask ourselves a question: do we see the state of relationship being better or worse?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
We didn't have men going their own way in that previous generation. We didn't have incels in that other generation. We didn't have this war going on between man and woman about where you can't take me to dinner. We didn't have that.
Right. Divestment.
Because
all that.
Divestment and all of this other goofy stuff, as you call it, that is really counterproductive to relationship.
Man.
If you park the minor stuff and you really get focused on trying to make it somewhere with that person, problem is also, I see it as everybody's trying to aim above their station. Meaning, if you don't come from money, where you get these platinum-colored dreams?
Okay. Ooh, okay, hold tight, John, because you done opened up another can. Hold tight, John from Asheboro, North Carolina is in here cooking. He upset. I'm gonna let him say one more. And listen, when we come forward, we gonna get John's final thought.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007 they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA Can believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Thinking about hosting a podcast and don't know where to start? Morris Media Studios has you covered. We're a professional podcast and voiceover studio located in Leimert Park. We specialize in recording and live streaming audio and video podcasts. Let us help you set up, record, and distribute your podcast. Hosting a podcast is a great way to bring awareness to your business, product, or good cause. For more info, visit morrismediastudios.com or give us a call at 323-815-4204.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Even if I hit the wrong note,
she's always in my boat. She's always telling me how much she cares.
ladies and gentlemen, you know how Geminis do it. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. My playlist is my co-host, man. Man, if you love your woman, she gonna always be in your hair, even when it's falling out. And listen, you know Papa was tired of Big Mama grinding him up. They dealt with what they dealt with. Let me get John from Asheboro, North Carolina back in here, man. Give me your final thought, brother.
That's a good point. But no, well, what I was saying was that, you know, everybody's got these, you know, over the top, over the moon type ideas about what a relationship is. Relationship is a grind. Relationship is hard damn work. You're not going to just always have these monumental moments. Everybody's looking for these flexes. The flex is to end up 90 years old with all your kids around the bed before you die.
And your woman loving and appreciating you for the journey.
Exactly. And
good times, bad times, for better and for worse. I think they want to get rid of the worst part. Is that what you think it is?
Oh, listen, don't nobody want to be hurt. Everybody's around here guarded. Everybody's scared of their feelings getting hurt. So now you got these dudes out here that's passport broing. We're going to run over here. We're going to get a woman and they're going to give us no challenges. Well, guess what? Your woman in America giving you challenges because you giving them back to her.
Brother,
you got a problem.
Boy, he cooking tonight.
You know, if you was more man, you would get more woman.
Ooh, if you had 3 more. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the old Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
exactly. Wow.
Richard Pryor.
Hey, I don't want to say that joke. Hey,
don't
man,
say that joke.
Let me just say this, brother. Do you know what you just did, man?
Well, hopefully we brought Asheboro, North Carolina in the building.
You brought NC in the building, man. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me right now. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. That brother was on fire. Let me get Callie Soul in here from Denver, Colorado. Callie, talk to me.
Oh, I'm sure glad he said Asheboro at the end because I kept saying, ain't no such thing as Asheboro. There's Asheville, but ain't no Asheboro. But guess I just learned something new tonight.
All right. Your thoughts?
I just want to clarify. A flex is like a collar pop, right?
Yeah, like bam, we doing this. Boom. My wife is a lawyer. Boom. I'm a doctor. Her name is Claire Huxtable, and my name is Heathcliff. Boom. That's a flex. Yeah.
MD, PhD. Okay, got it. So when I hear that word flex, I can't even answer what is a flex and what isn't a flex because I'm like, that's automatically the ego. That's ego-based. Whether you're the person that perceives it as a flex or you're the person that's saying, this is what I'm doing and I'm flexing. It's the ego, and that's a big problem in the first place. Like, you shouldn't be focused on flexing in a relationship. You should be focused on the work. Like, if you're focused on the flex, you're not trying to do no work.
So would you say, again, flexing is associated with chilling? Like, if you say the work, I mean, everybody said relationship is work. Are you saying the younger folk don't want to do the work? They want to tap out? Is that what you're saying? Hold your thought.
Absolutely.
Hold your thought. When we come forward, we're going to get Callie Soul's thought on it.